I'm pleading with all South Africans, please, when we all go to our public clinics and public hospitals in the whole of South Africa as South Africans, please, let's carry our IDs, our ID documents. Let's carry a copy of our children's birth certificate, please, South Africans. And if you know that you've been sent to accompany a child that is not yours, and if the child is South African, please bring a copy of that child's birth certificate, a South African birth certificate of that child, and please bring the mother's the copy of the mother's ID document. And again, please have your ID. We want to verify if you are South African, and we want to verify that the child is yours, because your ID reflects on your child's birth certificate. Please, South African.
Peace and Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King's So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is in Chiva Sono. And we're back at it again with another one. A little bit late with this one. Operation Dudula lost a court case, and they were told to stop running up and down and stopping people from accessing healthcare. Listen, I understand what Operation Dudula is trying to do. I honestly do. And I've said in some of the work where houses have been hijacked, drug dealers have been stopped, in some of the work, I give them credit and say, okay, Operation Dudula, good. I don't have a problem carrying my ID everywhere I go as a South African. But I am not going to produce my ID to just anyone. You don't work at the clinic. You are not a government official. You don't work for the police. What authority do you have to tell me to display my ID to you? Absolutely nothing. So I'm not going to form part of the people who wants to harass our African brothers and sisters. I say the fight is noble, but it's at the wrong place. Fight the people at the right place. Go to court, fight, change the legislature, go to parliament, fight, change the acts, change everything so that the act and our constitution can say foreigners must not have access to free healthcare, not free healthcare, basic healthcare. So that is my issue with Operation Dudula. And they are led by a woman who does not understand it. On the clip I just played you right now, the queue is quite long. We had an instance where my sister's child broke one of his fingers in doing activities that we should not be doing. And we went to the clinic here in Kimberley, by the way. And the queue was reasonable. Spent maybe 4 hours there and then finished. They got the ice cream on the leg and everything. And I was looking at the queue and I was like, I see what is going on here. There's our African brothers and sisters have been assisted here. Children being assisted there. I was quite happy to see. You see, when people are so happy coming out of the clinic after receiving help. And I understand that our resources are strained. The government needs to do something about it. But the manner in which Operation Dudula is going about it is totally wrong. I played a short clip for you guys of the old men in Soweto where they destroyed a church, a residential area and everything because a Nigerian person was staying there. And the man has got all the legal documents to be in South Africa. And it was actually the Patriotic Alliance that did that. And for me, it's crazy that we are allowing this in our country. So I just want to listen to Operation Dudula for a quick minute or 2 or 3. What are they saying about the case? Are they going to do something about it? Are they going to continue? The case says, the court order says they must stop harassing people in hospital, clinics, and in residential areas. What does Operation Dudula say? And we have to listen to Mrs. Dabuga, who is the leader, who is the leader of Operation Dudula. And this is exactly what she said.
So we're not just talking, we're not just making noise, we're raising real issues here. There probably needed to be some mediation and not just a judgment that will tell us to stop all these operations, because if we stop, then most South Africans will suffer. Because if we stop, we'll have more kids who will not have schools, who will not be in school classes, we'll have more people without medication, we'll still have our old grannies queuing standing in long queues just to get medication. We'll still have our own South Africans dying, waiting for their cancer treatment. So it cannot be correct. Our way forward too is that we're going to continue with our operations. That's the reason why we're going to appeal, because when we appeal, it's going to set aside the judgment and we continue until the next set down. Because I don't think South Africans are ready for this. And if they are ready for this, they must tell us. But if they're not, then they must definitely join the struggle. Because the hype out there is that people are tired of the illegality from foreigners. It will definitely not be the end of OD. We do a lot of work outside immigration. Tammy also heads the housing team, where we are in townships more, especially where we have syndicates. I'm going to talk about the syndicate. We have a syndicate of a group of people that hijack properties. They target child-headed homes. They target, our elders. So this syndicate includes banks, masters of the High Court, deeds office, our judges. There's very same judges that are giving us such judgments. Sure. Judges, sheriffs, police, and the list goes on. So it's a well-coordinated syndicate. And if you don't know your story, then you will not win. But we are having people that are being evicted from their homes on a daily basis by the same syndicate. We've reported this matter to police, the Minister of Justice, but we're not getting joy. We have become private investigators because we have investigated these matters. We know who the perpetrators are. We've submitted everything to these departments, but they're still not helping us. I think the last eviction was last week Friday. It was last week Friday, when all of these files are sitting with the authorities, but they're doing nothing about it. So people are no longer reporting these crimes to authorities. They'd rather opt to come to Operation Dudula because that's where they get help. So what we're appealing here is that, if you look, one of the other things is that you look at the judgment. It says it's got costs in it. Remember, we were not represented. Now you wanna cost us, and we were not represented. So that's also something else that we're going to appeal for. But also give us an opportunity to bring our case and talk about our issues. I mean, yes, we were served, but there were some technicalities that happened and we were not represented at that time. Now all we are saying is that we want to be represented, we want to tell our own stories, we want to defend this ruling, and without any reasonable doubts, we know that this judgment could turn into something else when we are represented. So that's the reason why we are going to appeal. I don't know that. But it's also,
please
if I may just add, it is also in terms of the Constitution, Section 35, subsection 3 of the Constitution gives every person that appears in any court the right to representation. You would remember during the hearing itself, Operation Dudula was not represented. Regardless of the circumstances that surround the issue why Operation Dudula did not have the legal representation in court, but the Constitution still enforces the judge to give the opportunity to the person appearing before him, to give him an opportunity to have a legal representation. All of that was thrown out.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the guy to coming in and telling us there that they did not have a legal representative. Why? Are they running out of funds? Are their founders not funding them anymore? Why did they not have a legal representative during this judgment and during this case? It's crazy. And looks like they are amateurs at Operation Dudula. The mistakes that they are making. The other time they said they lost the case because they did not file their documents in time, and all of these things. It's like they're operating like amateurs. Uzandile yena Shem. I feel sorry for this queen, man. I feel very sorry for her. Well, maybe she's getting paid to do this. I'm sure she's getting some type of salary and all of those things. Seeing our men and women running up and down to block entry at the clinics is sad for me, man. It's sad for me. Let me show you one example, because the court case said they must stop with immediate effect. And you know, in South Africa, when you challenge something, like Uzandile says, when you challenge, when you appeal a judgment, it sets aside that judgment up until another judgment is given. This is what you're gonna see with the CIC's case on the 23rd of January, when he is going to be sentenced. He's going to appeal that judgment to go to the higher courts, and we're gonna have a big legal warfare that is going to happen, my estimation, for about maybe 2 years. 2 years. So the Operation Dudula told their people that they are going to continue doing whatever they're going to do. They will be at schools on Monday, and they will be going again. But in Seshego, in Pietersburg, they have continued the next day. They continued. Watch this.
South African Constitution, Act 13, 2002, Section 70. In all foreigners should seek medical help or any health care from private clinics and private hospitals. So you are well within your rights. Be free. As long as you are South African, you have the right, you have any savings inside, you have the right to do anything. I'm going to check out gating board to verify the IDs again. The government will gating board each and every one. Look on the ID, South African ID. No passport, no asylum, no stories here. If you know that you are a foreigner, please, for now, please.
The queue is quite long, eh?
Please move out of the line. If you know that you are not South African, please move out of the line.
Quite a long queue. The only people that can stop this this madness that Operation Dudula is doing is the ANC. They need to set police to go to every clinic and make sure that unauthorized people are not checking people's IDs. That's all. Operation Dudula can't win a ward in Soweto. One word. One word. Who's supporting Operation Dudula? Who is funding Operation Dudula? Let them win one. They have came into politics now. They're a political party now. So when they say Mabahambe, they need to show us who are these South Africans that are supporting them. Because they can't even beat the EFF and whatever in Soweto. They can't beat them. The Patriotic Alliance is winning wards. The ANC continues to win wards. In Soweto, why is it that Operation Dudula can't win a ward? One ward. We will see next year when the elections come. And if Operation Dudula comes out there without one council seat, they must never talk to us again as South Africans. Really. I understand the frustration. I see the queues. But the people that are getting us in any form of trouble is the ruling party. It is the constitution. If South Africans feel the constitutions must change, then they must vote for the political parties that want to change the constitution. Vote for Amabahambe, whether it's Gayton, whether it's the Action SA, whether it's a vote for them. But if you don't vote for them, then leave the political parties that are in control. The DA does not complain about foreigners. The ANC does not complain about foreigners. You guys are targeting even documented foreigners. Even documented foreigners, you don't want them to have health care. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. No. And now they are going to school. Imagine a foreigner who is legally in South Africa working. Their child is somewhere attending a government school, and then Operation Dudula comes there and traumatizes this child in primary school. It's wrong. It's wrong. I'm not going to be in favor of that. I'm not going to be in favor of that, really. And I'm not speaking for anyone. I'm not speaking for anyone. I'm just speaking for myself as a human being. I don't want to be fighting our African brothers. You know, I don't want our children's children, or even our children, to suffer the consequences of the neglect, the ignorance that South Africans have right now. Many South Africans think, I'll never leave South Africa. I'll never go to Zimbabwe. I'll never go to Nigeria. You don't know where your children's children are going to end up. You don't know. You don't know. And the way the entire African continent is looking at us as South Africa, it's not in a good light. It's not in good light. And it's wrong the way they are looking at us, because they are judging us according to Operation Dudula, an organization that can't win one watt. A place where they stay, where they come from. They can't win that one single watt. I think they got 11,000 something votes in the 2024 election. They got nothing. In other words, or was it less than 11,000 or 6,000? You can just go and fact check me or something like that on that. But they did not get a seat anywhere. Perfect. Let me go and rest. Thank you so much for tuning in on King Says So. Tell me what you think about the work that Operation Dudula is doing. The courts are going up and down with this. Then, if you want to blame anyone, blame the ANC. If you want to fight on the ballot paper. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan Africanism. I salute you.